All clinical trials have a board that watches over everything that's going on with the trial, all the different procedures, all the medications.
The FDA makes sure that a clinical trial is safe. Something called the Institutional Review Board, that every clinical trial must meet that mark. They monitor trials. They actually approve or reject trials based on the potential to harm an individual. You have a safety monitor that's involved in every clinical trial to make sure that there's no harm being done to individuals that are participating.
They're looking at the outcomes and they make decisions as to whether the trial can go on or whether it should be discontinued. They are being watched very carefully.
Clinical trials do not interfere with your normal healthcare delivery. And the monitor will look at your chart to make sure that the study is being conducted in a safe way. I always make sure that people understand I'm going to need to see you frequently. These are the things that I'm going to need from you to do, and I need you to do them exactly the way that I'm telling you to do them in order for this to be successful. Clinical trials can take any period of time. It depends on the trial and exactly what they're studying and how long the follow-up is. You may be asked to keep a diary. You may have phone calls from the people that are involved on the clinical trial team to make sure that you're not having any noticeable side effects.
Another thing is going to be accessibility. If it's a trial that they know they're going to be for a year, you're going to have to be available for a year, 2 years, 5 years, etc. And all of this will be explained to you in the beginning. If you don't understand, just ask them to explain it to you in another way. The term that people use, say, can you break it down for me? Privacy in medicine is a very big issue. Usually people who are part of a clinical trial have a unique patient identifier, that the information is not shared with insurance companies or other institutions that are not part of the clinical trial. It's used within that network.
Their name is not associated with the information that's being gathered by the clinical trial. They don't know who you are. And so that protects your privacy.
They will be able to see your data, they will be able to see your profile, but to have access to your name, only the people that you tell will know that you're in a clinical trial. If you don't like being in a clinical trial, you can stop participating at any point in time. It's completely voluntary. After the trial ends, you go back to your primary care doctor and they continue with your care.
If any point you feel uncomfortable or you feel like something's going on wrong or you don't feel like I'm doing this right or you're just tired of it, you can opt out. And I won't treat you any differently. You're still going to be my patient. I'm still going to take care of you.
Some of the good things about being in a clinical trial is the level of care and attention that you're going to get. Most patients have never had that level of attention, care, quality care that you're going to get in a clinical trial. If you're a patient who's struggling financially, no insurance, underinsured, etc., you don't have to worry. There are no fees, no payments involved in being involved in a clinical trial.
We're monitoring you more closely than you would be monitored for your regular medical care. What I hear from my patients at the end of studies, they're so excited that they've gone through it. I let them know that when we have this information, when we start getting preliminary results, I inform everybody. And then when the study is completed and the paper comes out, or an abstract comes out, I make sure that everyone that's participated in that gets a copy of it. And I tell them, you can tell somebody, I was part of this. I helped make history. I made a difference.